Acting President Osinbajo says the federal government, in its investigation into defense spending of the previous administration, discovered about $15 billion unaccounted for. He said this during a lecture series on tackling corruption in the country. TVC News' Karima Salami reports.
Speaking at the 5th annual Christopher Kolade lecture series titled Prevention is Better Than Cure, the acting president said preventing corruption is much smarter than trying to undo its terrible impact on systems and the society at large.
As anyone who has ever worked in this area of asset recovery can tell you, it is costly and it's extremely slow. You have to engage forensic consultants, and experts have to be hired and paid for. And even then, you only have some hope that perhaps, you may be able to recover some of what has been lost.
The Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Idiat Adebule, who represented the governor, described the organizer of the event as a giant of integrity, whose sense of probity has been brought to bear in his public and private lives for decades.
The experiences of the guest speaker will serve as an eye-opener for regulators and operators in the critical financial and economic development of apparatus of government to ensure the necessary preventive measures are put in place to mitigate against insiders' abuse or sabotage of economic processes.
We seem to be unable to distinguish between integrity and its enemy in our celebrations. This is a country in which we seem to think that whatever technicalities cover the wounds that integrity creates.
The keynote speaker, an ex-convict for corrupt practices, shared his experience. He advised Nigerians to question those who suddenly become wealthy when they had been living from hand to mouth for years. He had some advice for the youths.
Nobody was checking on what I was doing. I wasn't really evaluating the amount of risk that I was undertaking, and my behaviour just got worse and worse and worse. And there were no controls to push it back into line. And so you need structure, you need systems, you need controls. I was looking at the video at the beginning. You also need deterrent, because if you don't have deterrent, then any of the controls or the laws or the rules that you have are meaningless.
Since inception of the current administration, it has intensified its efforts at defeating corruption through prevention strategies. But Nigerians say they are yet to see positive signs that the monster of corruption is being defeated. Karima Salami, TVC News, Lagos.